Hey, brothers and sisters, this is Francis Santaros. I didn't even really have very much to talk about today, but I just felt like coming on talking, which is not usual for me. Normally I got to have something to say, but today I'm just going to talk because I feel like this is goodbye. Like I'm saying goodbye to a bunch of y'all. I'll probably do some more videos. I'm not thinking too much though, because I think everything's been said that needs to be said. Everybody knows where we are. It is what it is out there, guys. I've noticed pretty much every day since the storm here in Houston, I'm seeing so much military hardware. Those big, I don't know what they call them, the Chinook helicopters, one where you got two blades, one in front, one behind. They're just massive. They're just coming in pairs constantly, and they're just really low, and they're just all around, all over the place. I don't know what that is. I do know that the FEMA camps around here are opened. The Walmarts that were turned into FEMA camps are open. The local news reports are talking about the homeless people being taken to the FEMA camps. And one homeless guy saying that he didn't go because people weren't coming back. And I don't know about any of that stuff. I don't know. I don't really, well, I do care. It's not that I don't care, but I can't really control it. There's nothing I can do. And I've never been one to worry about stuff that I can't control. You know, you got those people that oh, pollution, global warming, and they're all freaked out. You know, I can't control that stuff. You know, all I can do is recycle my stuff. I can't control what's going on. Besides, God's in control, and what's going to happen is going to happen because God's in, well, I mean, when I say God's in control, because Satan really is running the show, nothing happens. I don't know how to put it. You guys know what I mean. God is God. He is sovereign. But this world is run by the enemy. It is. And I may just be rambling today. I don't know. So yesterday, I was going to... when I was really young, when I first moved to... I may have told this story, I don't know. When I first moved to Texas, I had nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was like 19. And I didn't have... I mean, I literally had nothing. I just jumped on a plane with some clothes and flew down here, and my instructor, who was like, our relationship was like that of, y'all remember the movie The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi? That was my instructor and me. It was really cool. I mean, the storyline was different, but that was really our relationship. He was like my father. I mean, I loved my father and all, but Master Kong was the bomb. He really turned my life around, and eventually he got saved. It was really cool. He loves the Lord, so that is so cool. I love that about it. But anyways, when I moved to Texas, I had a car, and I was given a salary of $375 by, not Master Kong, he would have given me more, but Master Park, who was cheap. And the agreement was he would pay the bills at the school, the rent and the bills, until I got to a point where I could make it on my own. So if it was losing some money, he would take care of that until it was profiting. And he gave me $375 a month as pay. Now the business, what I realized later when I went back and did the books, the business was profitable from day one. But he never told me that. So my apartment rent was $275, so I had $100 to last me the whole month. And I remember my phone was $25, so I had $75. My electric was about $25 to $35, so I had about $40 to $50 left over. I would fill my tank up with gas. At that time, it was probably like 20 bucks, you know, because gas was cheaper back then. So then I had like $15 left over, and I would buy this big thing of ground beef, a bottle of ketchup, and a loaf of bread, and a couple other knickknacks, you know, I mean, maybe, I don't know, got some sandwich meat for lunches or something like that. I don't know. I know I didn't have anything left over after that. That was it. I was done. And I would eat like a hamburger a day until I ran out. And then once I ran out, I just kind of I didn't eat until the next month. It was crazy. It was insane. When I look back now, I think, how did you do that? Because I was, you know, I was famished back then. I was 19. Hello. Any of y'all got 19-year-old kids? We, you know, they eat like horses. You know, they can eat 5-6 times a day. And oh man, I was losing weight. And when I would run out of gas, I had to hitchhike to work. And you know, I didn't work that far, probably 6 miles away, down a freeway. But one time when I ran out of gas, I hitchhiked to work, and I was about to go home, and the last people out, it was a father and a couple of kids, and I was locking up. He was coming out with me at the same time, and he looked around. He goes, "Where's your car?" And I said, "Oh, I don't have any gas. I can't drive." He goes, "So how are you getting home?" I said, "Well, I was gonna, you know, I guess walk." He goes, "Don't you live like, you know, down over there?" It's like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's long, that's far, that'll take you a couple hours. I'll drive you home." So he drives me home, and we're talking. He's asking me, you know, "How do you like your new apartment?" Because, you know, I had just moved there and everything was kind of brand new. I said, "Oh, great, I love it. It was cool." And it actually was really cool. It was only my second night being in the apartment. And I remember the first night I got in my apartment, and I was so excited. It was my new apartment. I was all alone. I was on my own. I was all growed up. and I remember coming home. It was the last night that I got to use my car before I ran out of gas, and I unlocked my door and I had this big smile on my face. It was my apartment. It was my first night in my apartment. It was the night before this guy drove me home. And I walked in, and I looked around, and I was looking at my apartment, and I realized I had no couch, no chair, no TV, no bed, no pillow, no blanket, nothing. I had nothing but like 2 pairs of jeans and a couple of t-shirts and a pair of tennis shoes, and maybe 1 or 2 pairs of socks and a couple pairs of underwear. That was it. It was all I had to my name. And I remember I walked over to the wall, and I just kind of leaned up against the wall, and I slid down the wall, and I just kind of leaned over and fell asleep on the floor. And I thought to myself, I got to get some furniture. So he drives me home, and we're talking about it. He goes, "Well, let me come and check your apartment out." It's like, "Okay, but there's not much in there." He goes, "Well, let me check it out." So he comes in, and he looks around, he goes, "Where's all your furniture? Did you get robbed?" And I go, "No, I don't have any furniture." He's like, he looks at me, he goes, "You have no furniture?" "No, I don't have any furniture." And he's like, "Oh my gosh." He goes, "Friday or Saturday, I'm off." It was like Thursday or Friday. He goes, "I'll come over and pick you up, and we'll go to my house." He goes, "Up in my attic. We just refurnished our house. I got all kinds of stuff." And he hooked me up with a couch, with a chair, with a bed, with a dining room table, and with a TV, a little 19-inch tube color TV, and a TV stand. It was awesome. And some pots. I had a frying pan and a spatula. I mean, I didn't even have that stuff. How was I cooking? I don't remember how I was cooking those burgers before that. I think like on foil or something on the burner. Crazy. Good times, good times. And I had some furniture, and that was kind of cool. So I remembered that, and I was telling this. So anyways, I have this 20-inch TV that's been sitting in my house, and my wife has been like, "Get rid of that thing." Well, it was my son Francisco's. Before he left town, he just left it there, and he said, you know, "Get rid of it. I don't care. I'm not coming home for it." You know, and it ain't worth, you know, I couldn't sell it on Craigslist for $25 because, you know, you can buy a brand new TV, nice TV for, you know, $100 nowadays. So I have this college student at my school, and you know, she's on a really tight budget, and she's really good at Taekwondo, and I just want to help her. I just feel like helping her, and I'm actually trying to lead her to the Lord. She's like right on the edge. She believes that there is a God, but she doesn't understand salvation, so I keep trying to develop a relationship with her carefully, you know, because you got to be careful about that stuff, the perception. Not that anything would happen, but it's the perception. You can't let anyone perceive that there's anything weird going on. So I'm trying to be real careful and just talk to her and befriend her and stuff like that, because I want to lead her to the Lord, because she's sweet. She's got a real kind heart. So anyways, I know that she's got roommates, and she's not like promiscuous or anything. She's like a homebody, good girl. And I know that her roommates are kind of like crazy and insane. So I asked her, I said, hey, I texted her, I said, have you got a TV for your bedroom? I got this TV and I can't do anything with it, and you know, you can have it, because otherwise I'm just going to throw it away. She's like, oh yeah. So I said, okay, fine, I'll bring it in tonight for class. But when I went and looked, I couldn't find the power cord. And then it's got some weird power cord. It's not like just a power cord, because I've got power cords laying around. So I contacted the manufacturer, and a power cord is like, what was it? I don't know, it was a lot of money, like $50 or something like that, shipped. And I'm thinking, that's insane. It's worth more than the TV. And I already told her that I was going to get her a TV, so that I didn't want to call her back and tell her, I don't want to, you know, never mind, because I can't get the power cord. I didn't want to do that. And I thought, you know what, I'll just buy her a TV, because that guy blessed me that time. And that like popped in my head. So this is how the Lord works. That memory of that guy blessing me with all that stuff when I was about her age, that popped in my head, and I felt the Lord saying, just bless her. And maybe it'll open, you know, maybe it'll open a door for me to minister to her. So I bought her a TV yesterday, and she was like, you didn't have to do that. Why would you do that? I said, because somebody did it for me one time. So anyways, I'm going way around all over the place for the story. So I'm going into Walmart. I ended up buying it on Amazon, but before I bought it on Amazon, I found one on Amazon. But before that, because the shipping now is all weirded out with the flood, I figure, well, I'll go to Walmart and see what they got. Maybe they got a demo model, or, you know, I don't know what they got going on. And I found a TV, and the price wasn't bad. It was like $100, I think. And as I was walking in, you know, in Walmart's a great place to minister to people. And as I'm walking in, there's these two African-American ladies at the front door. You know how Walmart has those people at the front door, watch people come in and go in and check the receipts and all that. So I took a couple steps, and I stopped, and I looked over at her, and she greeted me. She's like, hello, how are you? Nice to see you today. Are you having a good day? And I said, yes, are you having a good day? And she looks at me, she goes, I know you. And I'm like, this is starting to happen all the time now. And I go, you do? She goes, you laid hands on me and my back got healed and it feels fantastic. Then she grabbed her friend. She's like, oh, this guy, he prayed for me and he prayed for my back and the pain went away. She goes, and I was just telling a good friend of mine the other day who was asking me about it, said, how's your back? And she said, man, some guy came into Walmart, was leaving Walmart and just came up to me and said, hey, you got a problem with your back. The Lord wants to heal it. She said, and he prayed for me and my pain went away. She goes, it had been away ever since. She goes, so I was just telling somebody about you the other day. She goes, then when I came here today, she goes, I was just standing here thinking, I wonder if that guy is ever going to come in. And then you showed up. So that was kind of funny. We had like our family reunion. It was really cool. So she introduces me to her friend. We shake hands. I turn around and I leave. I'm going down my way. And I get down to the place where the TVs are. And then I hear this, and I look to my right, and it's the other lady. This African-American woman, and she's kind of heavy set, and she's like, oh, it's about time you stop. She's like, she goes, I've been chasing you ever since calling your name. Didn't you hear me? She's like, she stopped. She put a knee on the ground. She's like, I can't, wait a second. I can barely breathe. Hold on. She goes, would you pray for me? Would you pray for my womb? She goes, I want to have babies. Oh, man. And you know, of course I'm going to do it, but you know where we are? You know, and what did the Lord say? Pray that you're not pregnant at that time. So, but she loves the Lord, so I'm believing that she's going to get raptured. And, you know, and I just prayed for her, and I prayed over her womb, and she said she wanted 3 kids. So, you know what? When I finished praying for her, I just prayed, Father, let your will be done. And I'm just believing in the name of Jesus that when she gets to heaven, she'll get to mother 3 kids, because she really wants to be a mama. And she had the sweetest, kindest heart ever. I mean, she was just sweet. That woman was just salt of the earth sweet, man. I'm telling you, she was awesome. So that was kind of a neat day. I didn't end up buying that TV from Walmart. I bought one from Amazon, and had him ship it to my student. So that's just kind of what happened to me yesterday. But I just wanted to come on and say hi and check in with everybody. It's still flooded here. the roads are jam-packed because so many roads are still flooded out. They haven't drained, that everybody's on the freeways, and you can't get anywhere under 2 hours. Well, yesterday it only took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to get to work, so the time is dropping. It dropped to 45 minutes yesterday. As they begin to open up other roads, people can take other ways around to get around, but there's still areas that are just horribly flooded. You can't get to, businesses, or a lot of people can't get to their homes. And some homes are gone, they'll never come back. A lot of the homes are flooded and will never come back. I was watching a video that Joey Bond did last night. He posted it, I guess, late last night, and it was really good. I highly recommend that you guys go and watch Joey's latest video, because he had a dream about a year ago, and a lot of the stuff that he dreamt is coming to pass right now, in the fires in the Northwest, in the storm in the East. It's all coming to pass. It's all coming to pass. It's all coming to pass, guys. It's all coming to pass. I saw this aerial view of the fires that are going on in the Northwest, and and everybody was so concerned, and all the media attention was upon what was going on in Houston and in southeast Texas with the storm, that nobody was paying attention to the worst fires in the history of the West Coast are going on right now. LA County is having the worst brush fire they've ever had, ever. Hello? LA has bad fires all the time. This is the worst ever. And the fires going on in the Northwest are the worst they've ever had. And I saw this aerial view from a satellite that appeared, and it looked, and again, it was just like this glimpse I got, this real fast glimpse that I saw, almost like a line that looked like it was following the line of the eclipse from the Northeast down. Now, and then in the center there is nothing going on, but on the East Coast you got all the hurricanes that are coming in. So the only thing left to is this as a look. I don't want anything to happen, but the solar eclipse happened, and judgment is coming, and it's one after another, after another, after another. And it's funny, because I have people in my life that I have stopped telling, that I don't have to tell, because I got rebuked like crazy, and so I've stopped telling them. But I just look at them like, do you not see what's going on? How can you not see it? The other day I raised a point to somebody, and they were like, oh, you're insane. And I'm like, you really? You don't see it? I mean, this is a person who was once very enlightened, extremely enlightened, understood, saw, knew, moved in the Spirit, moved prophetically, moved in gifts and miracles, and is like lost completely. The difference is night and day. I look at them and I think, oh my gosh, it's hard to believe you're even the same person. How does that happen? How does that happen? I mean, I don't even get that. I don't even get it at all. So that's kind of what's going on in my life. And shout out to my son Francisco. My son's been calling me every day. Man, I love my son. I miss my son so much. I got 2 boys, and I love both my boys. But I got a wayward son who's kind of far from home. And he's starting to call again and spend time on the phone. And he watched my meatball video and decided he was going to make meatballs. And now he's making and selling meatballs on the side of the road and doing it successfully. Good times, good times. He called me up one day for all the recipes, so I was giving him all the recipes. And now he just calls all the time, and it's so cool to me. I love it. I mean, we'll talk on the phone for like an hour now, and it's so cool. And I don't know if you're watching my videos anymore, Joe. My other son, my oldest son, used to watch my videos all the time. But his business is jamming, and he's got a new baby girl. And I don't know that my daughter watches my videos because she hangs out with me all the time. That would probably be too much dad. So I understand that. and it's like, and it's funny because I go to talk to her about stuff and she's like, no, I know that. I don't want to talk about it. I know all that. I got that. No, I understand that. And I'm like, what do you understand? And she'll tell me, da, 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 da. I was like, oh, okay. She doesn't know. So I don't know how, but she's up on everything. She knows what's going on. She knows where we are in time. She knows who she is in Christ, and she's watching. And she doesn't want it to come, but she's aware. Her head is not in the sand, and that's kind of cool. And it's good too, because she really doesn't like to talk about it with me. She will always tell me, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me sad. I don't want to talk about it. I know what's going on. And for a long time, I just thought she didn't want to talk about it. But a couple of times I've gotten her where it's been lighthearted. It hadn't been so heavy. Where I've gotten to ask her, you know what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And she goes, da 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 da. Okay. So that's really cool. So that's what's going on with me. I'm doing really good. I just thought I'd check in. I would actually go through and name people, but I wouldn't want to leave anybody out. I have the sweetest group of people. Y'all have been so helpful for me too, because you know I'm human, and there's times when I get frustrated, and I get the sweetest comments from people and encouraging comments, and a lot of y'all were praying for me during the storm, and don't you know that those prayers were effectual? Look, I said it before, but my business is in an area that was horribly flooded. It's close towards downtown. It's in an area that floods by where all the bayous were overflowing, and a half mile from my business they were 8 feet underwater, and my business got like a half an inch of water in it. And my mats are rubber. We pulled the mats out, set them out. The sun dried them in about 6 hours. I had the mats back in, and we were up for business. I mean, I couldn't have been more blessed in the area that I was. It could have been catastrophic. I mean, I could have been out of business, and I was down for 1 day, which didn't even really matter because none of my customers were going to come back that quick anyways. They did start to trickle in for a couple of days later. So, you know, God is faithful. And my landlord's so cool. I told him the other day, I said, hey, Yossi, I'm going to be a couple of weeks short on rent. And he's like, don't worry about it. Just you take care of it before the end of the month. I said, yeah, no problem. He said, okay, then fine. He said, you be okay next month? Yeah, I'm fine. I wanted to tell him I ain't going to be here. I may not be here, but I'm fine. And you know what? I wanted to say that even if the Lord tarries, which I don't really think he's going to, I'm not perfectly certain that it's going to be the 23rd of September, although I'm kind of expecting it to be because of the revelation that I got. But 40 days from the eclipse is, what is it, Yom Kippur, which is judgment. But it may be that we're raptured on the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, and then the judgment begins, boom. So I don't know. I just know that we're close. We're so close. I am trying to live each day like it's my last day on earth. And everybody you walk by is a soul that needs to be saved. You know, I'm not looking to hear a voice from the Lord say him or them or hip or thigh or back anymore, because just because he doesn't say anything doesn't mean he doesn't want that person that I just walked past to get saved. I mean, everybody is a potential kingdom brother or sister, and it's overwhelming because I was in the gym the other day and I was looking around. I was like, I gotta talk to everybody. There isn't enough of me. There's not enough of me. I need like 10 of me in here. I got one brother in there. His name is Mike. Shout out to Mike if you watch this video. Mike's the bomb, man. Mike knows what's going on, and we're starting to fellowship together. We're gonna start doing Bible study and stuff together because he knows it's time. I mean, instinctively he knows it's time. So Anywho, I'm just going to keep it short. I just don't want to do a little video. Look, I said little video is 25 minutes already, and I didn't even do anything. I didn't share any scripture or anything. Hey, I love you guys. It's been so much fun coming on and doing these videos. It was a blessing to me to minister these videos. You know, most of the material I was in my heart to give out, but a lot of the stuff as I was doing it, as I was ministering it, the Holy Spirit was giving me, because I've gone back and I rewatch my videos because I feel like they're anointed, and there's stuff that I'm watching going, whoa, you know, like that wasn't part of what I knew before. That had to be given to me. That was revelation given to me. You know, it's all word. Everything comes out of the word. It's all backed by scripture. If y'all know by my teaching that everything pretty much came from the word. I preach out of the word, not my opinion. Whenever I did give my opinion, I tried to be very careful to say, now this is my opinion. This is what I feel from my experiences in life. But anyways, bless y'all. Take care. Hi, Mom. I love you. Sorry I haven't been calling as much, but you know I love you. And you can call me anytime you want. You can call me anytime you want, Mom. She would always be like, text me and say, you know, call me. It's like, just call me up. So I don't want to bother you. You're not bothering me. You're my mother. It's okay. You don't bother me. She's so sweet. My mother is so sweet. Y'all, I was blessed with a wonderful, wonderful mother. She is so sweet. And y'all take care. I'm going into the gym, and I'm going to start getting more, not aggressive, but more persistent. I don't know what the word is, but I got to go do my job. I got to go be about my Father's business. Y'all take care. Bye.